This is Ebony Schamberger from Quiet on the Set magazine, and I'm here at the Scholarship's 5th Annual Award Ceremony, and I'm here with the keynote speaker, Shawn Blanchard. We're just here to talk a little bit about how he got involved with being a mentor. I'm sure he'll be talking to the students about how mentoring has changed their lives. I know that he has a powerful story of his own. And so we'll just jump into it. Shawn Blanchard, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. And I am coined as a mentorship specialist. So I've been mentoring for over 18 years now. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And so it's something that I love to do. It's something that I needed as a child that I didn't necessarily get the way I would have imagined it to be. It's not what I actually give today. But I think that for those reasons, for my lack, that's why I give.
Okay, and so you were telling me a little bit earlier that you got involved with this event through actually Instagram. Is that right?
Instagram. You can connect with so many people that you want to connect with through there. So I like to send out a lot of inspirational messages and whatnot. And Yasmin is who I connected with, and she actually asked me to come here and speak after following a bit of my journey and the things that I actually share a dialogue with people.
Okay, and so you just flew in from Detroit. That's home.
I did.
Okay,
Sure did.
And so how was that?
The flight was cool.
Okay.
Quick flight.
That sounds good to me. Okay, so I'm actually holding a copy of his new book. How about that for a crack baby? And for me, just to see the word crack baby on a book, it's like, wow. I mean, so many people have those experiences, or they know that's where they come from, or that's their story. But what really made you want to share that story?
I think what really made me want to share it is not just the title itself, but also the subtitle too.
Okay.
So
keys
to mentorship and success, right? Because it's a lot of times we'll hear about stories of what's happening to people, but where's the bridge? Where's what happens on the other side of the road with the successes? And once you have the successes, let's not just have that conversation there either. So we need to have both conversations so we can create that bridge for others.
Okay.
And so it's something that I was actually asked to do. In 2011, I had adopted a young man, and he came to me. He was a bit broken, and by the time we finished, he was class president.
Oh, okay.
3.8, 29 ACT, second to every college he applied to with a full ride to Michigan and Morehouse.
Okay.
And that's when a book company actually asked me to write a book.
Okay.
I'm a mathematician. I never even thought about writing a book before that time.
Yeah.
But when they planted that seed in my mind, it's been in process ever since, and it just came out May 16th.
Okay, nice. Wow. So you already seen somebody that you've adopted into your life to succeed, which is how you said, the subtitle to your book, and that's really wonderful that you've been able to do that. And how long did it take you to do that? You say you've watched him for how long?
Well, it was 2 years with him, but there's many.
Okay.
So I had mentoring programs while running a high school math department in New York City for about 5 years.
Okay.
And there's a number of young men that would come through. There's many of them now. I even have some students that were from New York, from Marcy Projects, the same projects as Jay-Z, that just finished their first semester with a full ride at the University of Michigan and is now actually in Rome.
Okay. And so you said it wasn't just that one student. It's also been the students in New York.
Many others.
It's been also, I saw that you was able to help give 5,000 jobs to the youth in Detroit too. So how'd you get involved with that?
That's right. So the mayor of Detroit is a really good friend of mine. I actually served as the director of youth services for the city of Detroit for almost 2 years. And in doing so, with a $7 million budget, I actually put together a summer employment initiative to where we actually hired 5,600 kids to have jobs throughout the summer between the age of 14 to 24, actually.
Okay.
Which is that was ground shattering for Detroit.
Okay. And there was also a little bit of a soccer league, was it?
That's right. So while in the mayor's office, started an elementary soccer league with approximately 600 young people involved, which is amazing because Detroit's the revitalization process and all the new parks that pop up. We want to make sure that young people can take part in all the things that have been cultivated in Detroit. And that was one attempt to do so. And also was a liaison between the mayor's office in Detroit and the White House for President Obama's My Brother's Keeper initiative as well.
Okay, and you just got an award through that?
Yeah, I was just in D.C. maybe 3 weeks ago. And just, I didn't get it was an award for overall, just basically the President Barack Obama's Volunteer Community Service Award.
Okay,
And so
well,
that was for
congratulations.
all-encompassing things that's been going on and whatnot. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
All right, and so I'm just going to step back a little bit. You said working with the mayor, which is pretty major in itself, and I saw that he actually had written something, it gave you a recommendation or a quote on your book.
That's right.
I just wanted to read it. Mayor Michael Duggan, is it? He wrote, "What Shawn accomplished in less than 2 years is truly remarkable. Thanks to his leadership, more than 5,000 young people got to experience the pride of having a job and got a glimpse of what their future might look like. I wish him the best of success with his new book and his continued service to Detroit." Wow, that's a great accomplishment to have him write that for your book.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so talking about the 5,000 children that you help, I know that you not only do that, you have 3 different businesses, is that right, that you're managing?
Well, yeah, I have teams for each one.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about the businesses that you have.
Well, one of them, I'll start with the earliest one, which was started in 2012. It's a fitness company.
Okay.
We do this event called Run This Town, where we network and work out. I've taken more of a backseat now when my business partner pretty much runs that movement, but we basically bring out hundreds and hundreds of professionals to Detroit's riverfront to network and work out. I'm
Okay.
talking about over 20 people have lost over 50 pounds or more,
Okay.
hundreds down 15 pounds or more, and it's just a really great opportunity for people to connect in the city of Detroit.
Okay.
So that's one thing. But aside from that, Shawn Blanchard Productions, of course, is where I actually publish my book.
Yes.
So
Okay.
my speaking, book publishing, and soon enabling other people to publish their books too. Once I finish doing what I'm doing with this one here.
On to the second one?
Well, on to the second one for me, but also helping other people throughout that process.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So other people that are in the same vein of inspiration and whatnot, and enabling them to get the type of deals that they should have.
Yeah.
To push the needle forward.
Yeah.
And so that's one aspect, Shawn Blanchard Productions. And the third one is I'm actually a style advisor for a company called Snap Suits. And basically Snap Suits, as you can see, voila. There's a big difference between tailored suits and custom suits.
Okay.
So this is a custom suit.
Okay.
So basically, even on the website, what you can do is you can choose your lapel, you can choose the buttons, you can choose the vents in the back,
Okay.
functional buttons here.
Okay.
And the coolest thing about it is what most people like is that the suits are $250 with a 14-day turnaround.
Okay. So if you want to look like a classic man, I mean, talk to Shawn.
There you go.
All right, but I also saw that you were quoted as a Renaissance man on your website, and you were the Man of the Month with Essence magazine. So how did they position you as the Man of the Month?
You know what? I was on a panel in New York, and I was on a panel with 6 men, and the audience was all women. And the women liked what I had to say.
Okay, well,
So,
looking nice, speaking good words, that might help a little bit.
You
So
know what?
congrats.
And the thing, what the moderator was from Essence Magazine, and she said, you know what? She kept tabs on me, and she just asked me to do it, so I'm not going to turn it down.
Yeah,
Why
no,
not?
don't do that. All right, and so I guess I'll just talk a little bit about, I see currently your source of inspiration on your website is faith, being a gentleman, having a special woman, wealth, and also inspiring others.
Sure.
But aside from that, what would you say, at least a person or outside of faith, who would you say really inspires you?
You know what? And that's a good question, and that's where I believe mentorship is really big, because I don't think we should have one person that inspires us. I actually have a multitude of people that do. I can name some of them. I'll say Barack Obama does, right? I can say John Hope Bryant does, who actually wrote on the back of the book as well. Gail Perry Mason, who also wrote on the back of the book as well.
Okay.
These are all people that are mentors of me, and I can continue to rattle them off because I believe that we have to tap into the gurus and leverage the goodness inside of them and make sure we can adopt some of that in ourselves to become our best self.
Okay, well, that's wonderful word, I would have to say. And so my last question would be, what kind of advice would you give to someone, not necessarily in Detroit, but in the projects, in the hood, trying to figure out a way to get out, and they're not necessarily seeing the mentors that they wish that they could have? What kind of, words would you want to share with them?
Well, I like to say that we are all students to some teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a matter of who we decide to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times when I talk about mentorship, I'm not talking about simply individuals that are right in front of us. That's formal mentorship, but there's also informal mentorship. Who are you following on Instagram?
Okay.
What do you listen to?
Mm-hmm.
What do you read?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's a number of things. What magazines are you into?
Mm-hmm.
When we look at what we want our life to be, we should create a healthy universe around ourselves that actually influences those same things in our lives.
Okay.
And that's how we can make sure that we prepare ourselves with the type of mindset we need to get to the next level.
Okay, and I would say that you're a source of inspiration on social media. How can people follow you and get that, I guess, daily dose of mentorship?
I'm at on Instagram and Twitter. I am Shawn Blanchard. That's my website.
Okay.
On Instagram and Twitter is at Shawn TB, Shawn with the W.
All right.
Instagram and Twitter is Shawn TB, Shawn with the W. Of course, you can go to my website, IamShawnBlanchard.com, and Facebook is Shawn Blanchard.
All right, well, it's been a pleasure to speak with you today. We look forward to hearing your keynote in a few minutes, and definitely check out Shawn Blanchard and get you a copy of his book that's currently out, and make sure you follow Quiet on the Set magazine at www.quietonthesetmagazine.com.